Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy For Now. It's me Isabel here with my manga log, the first one of 30 and 30, and also my August wrap up because, well, spoiler, I didn't read enough for a full wrap up. Nor did scheduling wise it make sense to post 2 manga videos that close together when we're going to be doing weekly wrap ups at least 3 times this month, which I am very, very excited about and relieved for. But first things first, let's talk about August. Let's talk about my stats because I read 2.5 things. I read 2.5 things, y'all, for a total of about 336 pages, minus half the pages I read for another volume, because I don't know that count. I didn't take it. Genre-wise, I read 2 joseis, and that is it. Now, you may be like, Isabel, what are the 2.5 things you read? That's wild. But you know, it's okay, because you're going to see here, I'm already off to a strong start for 30 and 30, because I have read quite a bit, and we'll talk about it in a minute. Anyways, the 2.5 things. I read half of Don't Call It Mystery 1 and 2 Omnibus. So I read the second half of this. I did not do the math to count the pages correctly. The first month I read volume 1, I put that page count in. I enjoyed this a lot. I thought volume 2 really kicked us into a full-blown story because I wondered where we were going to go after 1. And 2 definitely gives us the propulsion into the next story arc that I was really intrigued on what it would be. And honestly, I'm glad I read it. I'm excited to read more. And the other thing I read is Healer for the Shadow Hero, Volume 3, which does end in a little bit of a cliffhanger situation, which is no fun. That's no fun, but I'm okay with the wait because I felt like it was a solid volume otherwise. Like, it was a really good continuation of the story. I'm very intrigued by this one. This is definitely, I feel like this has this story has a potential to be a favorite for me, just really depending on how it all unravels as we continue through with them. But it was very cute. And last but not least, I read Fire in His Fingertips Volume 9. I'm so ready for this to be done. I enjoy this. It's fun. But we are running out of story, if that makes sense. In a way that, like, is not benefiting it because it is a smutty manga, but, like, also is, like, they're trying to introduce plot and, like, the plot is, like, not moving fast enough with the rest of the story. So I'm very excited and curious to see where we wrap up here. I do believe we're going to be done in the next 3 or 4 volumes. There's not a lot of room left, to be honest with you. So we'll see what happens there. Let's quickly go through my August haul. And then we'll talk about everything I've read so far and just like that whole thing. So first things first, I did get Vampire Dormitory Volume 14, the finale to this story. We'll be talking about it in a minute. I also got Queen's Quality Volume 23. We are approaching the end, which means I will be marathoning this before we know it. I'm very, very excited for it. I also got Colette Decides to Die Volume 4. This is so white. It does not want to show up on camera. It's a cute cover. I'm currently 3 volumes behind, so I definitely need to work on that this month. I also got Ice Guy and Cool Girl Volume 10. Look at that cover. It's such a cute cover, which I'm really excited for. And then Fire in His Fingertips Volume 9 also came in this month, as well as Happy Hell Volume 3 and The Yakuza and His Omega Volume 3. So, handful of Volume 3s came in and all that good stuff. Now, let's talk about my reading for the first 7 days of September. Currently, as of filming, I'm filming this ahead because what I'm going to do is I will cut in with me on my trip and your update on what else I read. If I read more in the next few days, I've already read 5 volumes, so we're doing good. It is the 3rd as I film this. So again, I'm going to come cut in and be like, here's what else I read this weekend on like Sunday. But I wanted to film now when I could hold up the physical manga I read because I will mostly be reading digital on my little trip I'm taking. I'm home by the time you watch this, but I want it to go up on Monday, so we're making this work. I have read Vampire Dormitory Volume 14, which makes us 1 series complete for 30 and 30 already, which is fan-frickin-tastic. I enjoyed this finale. I wrapped up the plotline I was worried about in Volume 13 very quickly and well in a way that worked, in my opinion. So I'm happy about that. I'm relieved that that was how it all worked out and we're like in a good spot. It concluded really cute. It was fun. It's a fun, silly vampire shoujo with some gender bent elements that feel fun and enjoyable, not like gross or judgy or, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I feel like they do gender bendy stuff funky and it doesn't have any of that. So I really liked it. Then I read Volume 10 of Ice Guy and Cool Girl. I also really loved this volume. I think this is a great continuation. We are continuing on from their confessions and they're kind of being a happy couple, and then this guy that she worked with when she was abroad comes over, and there's some jealousy elements that were really, really cute, like excessively cute. Then we have Happy Hell. So I read volume 2 and volume 3, and I'm dubbing this my new favorite, Dum Dums in Love. Like, these two cannot communicate to save their lives. They're so bad at this. She's like, well, we're not dating. And he's like, no, we are dating. What do you mean? Like, stuff like that, which has been very, very funny. That like, a lot of that happens in book 2, and book 3 is more just silliness overall. Like, they're just both very like, what do you mean? That's what I meant. When I said that, that's what I meant though. Like, why do you not understand if like they're not using extremely direct and clear language? Which I am a sucker for. I really have enjoyed this series. I'm excited for more. I also just enjoy how like happy sunshine she is and how grumpy he is. He's kind of very like grumpy and aloof in the best ways. So really, really loving this series. And then I read The Yakuza and His Omega Volume 3, Raw Desire. We are building up to their wedding. I think Volume 4 is the final volume. They are officially engaged. There's some tension with his mom and her, as far as her being the next Yakuza wife, like leader's wife. But this was really fun. I enjoyed it. I think we got a great continuation. We did get a really intense, like, romantic suspense plotline in Volume 3, as well as an attempt of another female alpha to steal him away from her. That was also interesting. But I actually really liked the romantic suspense plotline around the Omegas and some things with that. I don't want to spoil too much because I thought it was really interesting and surprised me because I didn't expect it. So yeah, this was really fun. I super enjoyed it. I'm continuing to love that series. I'm going to be a little sad when we're done, but I know it's coming. And then we have Mama Akuma Volume 2. The series is like on forever hiatus, I believe. If anybody knows anything else beyond that, let me know. But I read Volume 1 ages ago. I thought it was cute. Read Volume 2. Think it's cute. I don't know if I'm going to keep this series though. So this is another like 2-series complete / current, like as current as I can possibly, because there's no future publication dates. Although everything else I read I'm also current on now. So that's nice. But this was cute and I really like it. This girl summons a demon and says, will you be my mama, basically, and he acts as her mama. And it's just like a very sweet, fun, silly book. And I'm kind of sad we don't have more because I think I would read more. I also really love his friend in this, who is on the back cover, and I'm not going to show you, but his friend in this also, his involvement in this volume had me giggling a good bit. So yeah, I liked this a lot. I'm a little hesitant on if I want to keep the 2-volume series or not, since it doesn't look like we're ever going to get more. So that may leave my shelf sooner than later. We'll see. Otherwise, I'm going to throw to me in a different look and talking through everything else I read, hopefully, before I came back home. You're getting this video literally as I get home, so there's that. Let's go talk to future me. So, I hope you enjoyed whatever I read. I hope I loved whatever else I read the next few days. But if you are participating in 30 and 30, I would love to know your highlights so far. Are you like me? Are you going a little harder for your goals? Obviously, I don't know what I hit, but here's hoping I'm at least at like 12 plus by the time you're watching this. Editing me will be like, yes, you dum-dum, you were there. So, I mean, ideally, truly 14. 14 would be the dream. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, you can let me know how your 30 and 30 is starting off. If you've read anything that you just are obsessed with already. And if you don't do any of that, leave me an airplane emoji because I will have just gotten off the airplane by the time you see this video. So you can do that down below. So I'll have links to everything down below for you if you're interested in taking up anything I talk about. And links to my friend anywhere on the internet that I am. And I will talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye!
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for.